Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how low-cost housing is here to stay.
How low. You think?
Wow. Are you speaking in a low voice as
Am
a
I?
joke?
Am I?
I don't know. I was asking you if you
Oh,
were
I don't know. I was
making
just,
fun of the word low
I kind of was.
and speaking in a low voice.
I just was making fun. I'm sorry. Are we not allowed to have fun today? I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Are we having to be serious? Excuse me.
I wanted to know the depth
Is this a documentary?
of your slapstick, pun type humor.
Maybe I am.
Okay. I'm just checking.
All right. Is this call out Jill day?
Not yet.
All right. Oh,
Could
boy.
be.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Now I know. Note taken.
You know, we've been spending a lot of time together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going great. How's it in your house? You know, this is just an unintended delight. Spending so much time with my family, trapped inside.
You know what I learned today?
Yes,
You can't freeze mushrooms.
that's nice.
I'm like halfway done with my life, and I never knew that.
Do you know what
And
I
now
learned
know.
today? I wish my teenager was in school.
Yeah. I learned that yesterday.
Mhm.
We're on the same page about that.
Oh my goodness.
Before we get into it, though, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
Hey, Mike wrote, "Hey everyone, we've finally closed on our first couple of properties. We're posting on, this is on the buy side, it sounds like. We're posting them on Craigslist, Facebook groups, Facebook Messenger, etc. And we're also using a service to get the properties listed on the MLS. Good job.
Good work.
Separately,
Exactly what you're supposed to do, by the way.
put them all out there everywhere. Your site, there's other sites. If you're a member, Len Pin, well, that's okay. Separately, I've been in contact. What?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
That's how touchy you are today.
I guess.
I'm just smiling at you.
Okay. Separately, I've been in contact with a broker to gauge pricing for two of the properties. She's likely under the impression that we're going to list the land with them,
But you're not.
which you might.
No, you already posted it on the fixed price
That's
listing.
true. When I break the news, I've already listed it on the MLS myself, and they can try to sell it for a 3% commission. Is that going to be a deal breaker?
Probably.
Yeah, they might want, land people usually want more, sometimes 10. I'd like to tap into
This is the house show.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm all confused.
I'll help you.
Thank you. I'd like to tap into the buyer's broker list as an extra form of reach. And Steve and Jill talk about using brokers for higher dollar properties. What's your procedure for listing on the MLS and trying to have brokers sell for you? Thanks.
Well, just the very nature, there's a lot of people who commented on this. Some of the more senior members in our group had a lot to say about it because this is a very popular way to sell higher end property. In fact, Jill and I sell a ton of property with agents like this without a listing. So you post it on the MLS, there's a fixed fee, $200, $300, $400. Is it more than that?
Oh, flat rate MLS,
Yeah.
anywhere from $99 to like $300 usually.
Right. So, and what that does primarily is let other brokers know that the property's for sale, specifically houses. And so there's a lot of brokers out there that are working with buyers and they want to know they're going to get paid. And the tip, so real estate commissions work like this. You always hear about this magic 6%. If you list a $100,000 house with a broker, they're typically going to take 3% on the listing side. So that's $3,000. And then they're probably not going to sell the house. Someone else, other agents are going to be working with the buyers that buy it. And that person gets 3%. And the seller, the owner, us, we pay the 6%. If we list it. If we just post it on the MLS with a flat rate, that 3% on the buy side, we have to pay that. So instead of paying 6%, we pay 3%. Or if we have the buyer ourselves, because we're working a list, because we've been in the business for 25 years.
And they're like a flipper or somebody like
zero.
that, then we pay $0.
And that's the way to go.
And then
So
we
that's
all
how it works.
benefit.
Right. That's how it works. With land, it's closer to 10%, usually because land is cheaper. And there's just a lot more stuff involved it's a more sophisticated group of people, buyer group is why. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I probably don't know why it is 10% with land.
Isn't that funny?
Anyway, that doesn't matter. Joe beats him up on the price anyway. Get this though.
Take a breath. Take a breath, Jack.
Here's what cracks me up about
Talk
the
about
6%.
fired up right now.
You're just an agent working there. And as a listing agent, you list a property and you sign a 3%. You got to give half of that to your listing broker. So now that $100,000 sale, you get 3% of it, but your agency gets 3%. You get 1.5%. So now you're making $1,500 on a $100,000 house sale. And it works the other way too, on the other side. So who really wins? No one. The owner wins. Us. Real estate agents never win.
Oh, that's a whole nother thing, by the way. I don't know if you want to talk about it now, but I don't know what's going on in other states. But here in California, we're in Los Angeles County in LA. And it's a whole big thing. We can't have open houses. And now you got to sign a thing because everybody's still trying to buy and sell houses, right? So I don't know if you know about this, but now there's because we need more paperwork. Now there's an extra stack of papers that people need to sign just to be able to, that I'm going to let you go into my home. And then people have to sign that I will go into your home kind of thing. Like, waiving if somebody gets sick, nobody's going to, I don't know, sue each other, I guess. It's crazy.
So we're going to say this a million times. Now's the time to have your own buyer list and to find landlords and sell these houses to people in the business. They have cash anyway. They were all waiting for this.
Right.
Now's the time to sell it to people who own a bunch of real estate in the market anyway and cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you buy it lower than you sell it.
Right.
Really cheap. Today's topic, if you were done.
Yes. Well, thank you for asking.
Low cost housing is here to stay. This is why you're listening. What the heck is low cost housing? It's a nice way to say mobile homes, RV parks, tiny houses, and generally cheaper houses. I personally believe this is my fourth or fifth recession, fourth for sure, fourth as an adult, that this one's going to change the way everything goes on with real estate. I think that no one's ever seen a worldwide recession ever. I don't in recorded history to this magnitude. So the way commercial real estate is used will change forever. This is going to kickstart things like the Amazon delivery. People are forced to use this to buy household goods. You don't need to go to the store anymore. So and also think low cost housing. Where is low cost housing, Joe, geographically? Out of the city. Mm-hmm. The more rural it gets, the cheaper it gets. Well, if I don't have to be in a city to go to work because I got over that, right, and my employer got over that, I'm working from home right now.
Exactly.
I don't have to go to the store to buy anything. Amazon delivers my stuff. Low cost housing is here to stay. So it used to be drive till you qualify. That's not necessarily untrue now, but now you can live in a small town very effectively. Mm-hmm. That's way the heck out of a city where there isn't any viruses, by the way. Believe me, that's going to be a thing. It's here to stay.
I agree.
That's it. That's the whole show, I guess.
Okay. Well, I guess we're done.
Were you just enjoying my little speech there?
Yeah, it kind of was. But it's just so interesting. I mean, when you really sit back and think about it, so many employers that were, and I worked for them back in the day, they were hell bent. I'll say even
dream of it.
Of not remote workers. Nope.
Yeah.
And they tested it and they said it failed. People are ineffective. It doesn't work. We need to bring them all in. And now it's like they don't have a choice. And I hope that at least with our staff, it's they want to be here. They're happy to have a job. So they're really showing up and doing a good job. I hope that everybody's doing that too, because and that's what would be my goal. If I worked for who knows whatever company and I'm home now and I want to stay home, I'd be doing a heck of a good job. If I didn't want to stay home, I like the office environment for whatever reason. I wanted to be away from my kids, which I understand. I'd be like, I might not be so into it, doing what I have to do. So, but it's really, I've thought about things like WeWork. I know we're going to talk about that later this week, about the commercial side of it, but gosh,
it's over. It's
going to change a lot of things. And I feel bad. Airbnb, it's so amazing. I was reading an article yesterday about some of the companies that came out of the last recession, and one of them was Airbnb. Now in this recession, now it's hurting Airbnb. Mm-hmm. It's so interesting.
Right. as time goes on here, and for more and more reasons, technology-based reasons, there's less and less of a reason to live in a city. And it's very expensive to live in cities. Very, very expensive. For instance, like when things like this happen, it's like, all right, what am I going to do the rest of my life? This is how I react anyway. We live on the beach. It costs this much. Well, there's a beach way like 80 miles north of here. It costs like half to live on the beach and south. Why do we live here? Why do we live here? What if I go 180 miles?
Because Jill has a good
it's even
friend
half of
network.
The ocean's the same.
I know.
And it's 20% of the price.
He's right.
So, and that's
he's right.
I'm using myself as a guinea pig here. It's times 80. When your employer finds out you can effectively work from home and you don't need to go to the store anymore.
And they don't need to pay rent on your space there.
And your cost of living.
By the way,
your salary is the same. And what you pay to live, your cost of living is lower because they're delivering it to your house because they don't have to pay real estate. And the reason that prices are set in retail locations, a pretty good chunk of that's the rent or the mortgage that they're paying on the building you're walking through. When you remove that, an Amazon seller doesn't have any rent, so they can charge 20% less for the same stuff you buy at Walmart. So
it's going to be so interesting. I can't wait to see how this plays out. I'm actually kind of excited. But you're right. How many impulse buys? Those impulse buys are gone because you're not thinking about it when you're shopping on Amazon. All your daughter is looking for, I need dish soap or whatever it is.
Right. Getting a haircut right now is a luxury.
Yes, it is.
We're about to cut our own hair.
Trust me.
That'll be funny next week. Tune in next week to see what we look like.
That's great. That'd be so funny.
Low-cost housing is here to stay. Trust me. And along with a tremendous other number of what I think only benefit our group, permanent changes in real estate.
Happy you could join us today. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find us on the Land Academy Show. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're right here on the House Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called Preppers Have Now Been Verified. They Need Your Land. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Every single prepper in this planet is doing a dance. The I told you so dance.
Yes, they are.
I told you. And they're sitting there looking at 42 years worth of water and cans of tuna fish and stuff and saying, you guys all enjoy your virus. I'm going to go down underground here for a while.
That's right.
And don't knock because I've got
it's zombie proof. Stay away.
I've got an RPG pointed at the door.
The House Academy Show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
Yes, I did cut you off.
I needed to be cut off.